Before about that single mother who had a 6-year-old child, and she one night decided that she'd have a party or have a dinner for her dearest friends. So she prepared it all she could because she had to go to work. And when she got back and went into the kitchen trying to prepare everything, she found that things started to collapse around her. The oven wasn't functioning properly. She couldn't find her favourite knife. She forgot to buy any cream for the strawberries. And she got more and more frustrated. And all the time, a 6-year-old daughter kept running and saying, "Can she help Mummy?" And so she had to be banished, but she'd come back again. However, in the end, the guests arrived, the meal was sort of served up, and before it began, the mother said to the daughter, "Darling, would you like to say grace?" So she put her head down, and as children do, and said nothing. So the mother said, "Well, daughter, please say what Mummy said." And the girl said, "Oh God, why don't I invite all these people to dinner?" And now this thing about love and Mother's Day and all that, we're on it today. And the thing is that they did a survey in Australia some time ago to their mate about what a person considered the most valuable thing in their life. And they said there were two things. One was their family, and the other were their true friends. And today we're celebrating the hub of families, the mothers, who keep things going along, who've got great patience and love, and they're just instruments of God. You see in the love of a mother for the child, she gives her own milk, she holds it and loves it. It'd be yelling and screaming, but still she's loving it, and she watches it develop, as do the fathers too. But the mothers have a very huge role, and they discharge that under God's plan. And when you hear about loving people, well, they love their children, and they love their husband, and the outpouring of love. Because love is really not a word, it's how you act, how you treat people with respect, how you are accepting as who they are and where they are in life, not expecting them to be someone different, but who they are. And sometimes they're a pain in the neck, but you still love them because they're given to you by God. And you're bearers of love. That's all of us, not just the mothers, but the whole lot of us. And the second thing about friends. I mean, friends play a significant part in your life, you know that. And we all need trusted friends. I do, I know. All my family are dead, but my friends keep you going. And your best friend, of course, is Jesus himself. That's why we're here today, just to shake hands with him, as it were, where he comes to us again in the Eucharist to nourish us and uplift us. And that's what it's all about. Because we're not alone. Many people find it hard to accept Christ, to accept God, because their lives are so full up, they're so busy. It's ours too. You ask the grandmothers who look after the children, the grandchildren, ask anyone. They know how difficult it is to find time. And we all do. But this time, people will say, well, this is a time-wasting procedure. You could be doing far better things on Mother's Day than sitting in this pew here, being in the church, wasting time with God. What's the point of that? But and you'll walk out of the church and say, has it made any difference to me? Do I feel better, brighter, happier? I don't know. But the pointed issue is that God has called you together today as his particular friends, and in his own way to deepen his relationship with you. It mightn't feel any different, but it's a reality. We call it faith. We call it friendship. Friendship with God. And you show that in your friendship with each other and the love you have. And your love is just doing what you have to do to get us all through life. People say, but God, I can't cope with God because things in my life constantly go wrong. The wheels fall off. Where's God? Well, I can't say. All I know, he said in that reading, he's with us always. And somehow you turn to him and he'll get you over the humps. But it's not the way you expect. That's the whole thing about faith. You can't make God plan it your way. You have to go with his way. And that's always not the best thing. I mean, Christ said, Lord, he said, let this chalice pass me by. Please, I don't want to. And he sweated with fear. But he went for God's plan, and he died upon the cross. And he gave himself, and that's the whole point of love. It's extending yourself, going beyond yourself to others. And that's why the Mass is important, because when you think of the words, and I think of it every time, if the Mass makes sense to me and makes a hope to you, you say, this is my body given for you. And look at the thing, all the mothers give their bodies to their children, their husbands, their families. Give yourself. And then it causes sacrifice. So this is the cup of my blood to be poured out of your veins into the world. And that's sacrifice of love. You cannot have true love without self-sacrifice. And that's a given. So I've finished all that. I'd just like to read for you about a little conversation. The baby is the mother's womb. It's just about to be born. And this is what she said. A baby asked God, "They tell me you are sending me to earth tomorrow, but how am I going to live there, being so small and helpless?" God said, "Your angel will be waiting for you and will take care of you." The child further inquired, "But tell me, here in heaven I don't have to do anything but sing and smile and be happy." God said, "Your angel will sing for you, will also smile for you, and will feel your angel's love and be very happy." Again the child asked, "And how am I going to be able to understand when people talk to me if I don't know their language?" God said, "Your angel will tell you the most beautiful and sweet words you will ever hear, and with much patience and care, your angel will teach you how to speak." "And what am I going to do when I want to talk to you?" God said, "Your angel will place your hands together and will teach you how to pray." "Who will protect me?" God said, "Your angel will defend you, even if it means risking its life." "But I will always be sad because I will not see you anymore." God said, "Your angel will always talk to you about me and will teach you the way to come back to me, even though I'll always be next to you." At that moment, there was much peace in heaven, but the voices from earth could be heard. And the child hurriedly asked, "God, if I'm to leave now, please tell me my angel's name." God said, "You will simply call her Mum."